For this video, we are going to have a look at how to interpret the long-term behavior of an exponential model. We have the number of elephants P in the forest after t years can be modeled by the function P equals to 300 plus 100 times e to the power of negative 0.05t. And in this question, we are going to state the long-term behavior of the number of elephants. Long-term behavior means we would like to look at the trend of the quantity when t becomes larger and larger. We can try to look at the following to help us to interpret the long-term behavior of the number of elephants. We can try to represent the model in this way such that the second term can be represented by 100 over e to the power of 0.05t. As originally the power was negative, then we put it to the denominator so that the power becomes positive. Then we can try to look at this power. We can see that when t becomes larger and larger, which means tends to positive infinity, then the power 0.05t will be larger and larger as well. And when the power becomes larger and larger, we will have e to this particular power will be larger and larger as well. And then in this situation, we have the numerator 100 divided by a very large number, which means for this particular term, the final value will tend to 0, which means the impact of this fraction will be insignificant. So that at this moment, we have this observation, that is when t tends to positive infinity, as the second term is approaching 0, then we have the number of elephants P will be approaching to 300. Of course, we can try to sketch the graph easily to look at the situation. In the model, we place t by 0, we will be able to have the initial value equals to 400. And as t becomes larger and larger, p is approaching 300, which means we will be able to draw a dotted line such that it will be the boundary for the graph. And then by using our GDC, we will be able to see that the trend of the exponential function is decreasing, approaching to the level 300, but never arrive at the level 300. This part can show us the corresponding long-term behavior. So that to conclude, we will be able to say that the number of elephants tends to 300 in the long run.